Well, just as we threatened and it promised and it delivered, and here we are. We saw a dry condition in practice, and just as soon as we say that, you can barely see it on the screen, but obviously you can see the windshield wipers are on, and we have our first battle on deck for our 2016 Formula Drift Championship season presented by Blackview. Remember, be sure to tune in on the Blackview C app where you can see in-car footage. Frederick Osbo, our reigning champion, going against a newcomer of Zhang from China. Right, as Frederick Osbo goes into the wall there on that touch and go. He gets out under the bridge. Nice job in that Rockstar Energy Drink Silent TC. Massaging it into the second rear clipping zone. Nice pace through the course and approaching that final rear clip. Hey, that's a great way to start it there. Again, defending champion Frederick, the Norwegian Hammer Osbo, leading the pack.
One more run between Mad Mike Woodette and Patrick Mordaunt.
Okay, so now we will alternate the order here as Mad Mike Woodette in the Rad Bull. That car has been deemed the Rad Bull, Red Bull iLab clothing. It's got the Hamptons down there as I know Tony, his wife, Lincoln, and his new baby daughter, Jed, are watching at home. Pat Mordaunt, and Pat Mordaunt kind of let the cat out of the bag. He had a snowboarding injury earlier this year and separated his shoulder, but he's been going to and doing a lot of rehab therapy on it. And you know what, didn't need surgery, been rehabbing it, and you know, he says, I'm not gonna reach over. If I have to reach over the wheel, it's maybe a bit of an issue, but right now he has a bigger issue. Slow off the line as Mad Mike Woodette slingshots out of the gate, fails to get out to that touch and go. Now pours it in. Oh, but Mad Mike Woodette massaged it, man, barely salvages that. Pat Mordaunt nowhere to be found and slowly working his way up. Let's see what the judges say, and there it is. It's unanimous. Mad Mike Woodette gets the win. Here we go, Matt Field with that V8 Vortex supercharged LS under the hood, and chasing him down is Kyle Lametis Mohan, a Long Beach native. Matt Field, nice job there under the bridge. Could definitely get deeper on that second rear clipping zone. Always an exciting driver to watch. And oh, and Mohan spins around that final clip. Let's alternate the order here. Kyle Mohan, again, the 20B Mazda Trix Mazda MX-5. Matt Field, Vortex Supercharged, tuned on by Black Tracks up in the Bay Area. As Matt Field is now on some new rubber from previous years. He's on the Falcon tire. There we go. Kyle Mohan coming to the view of the judges. Nice angle. Doesn't get all the way to touch and go. Oh. Could definitely get close to that first rear clipping zone, but liking the second, setting himself up. The bright orange wheels go around. Matt Field applying the pressure. Did Matt Field do enough to offset the spin? Slide him right for Matt Field in that Injuku Racing Gitnuts Laboratory supercharged V8. Very similar setup to Matt Field, but obviously very different drivers. Little Manji entry there. As Christoph Blue missed it like Velcro. Look at that. Woo! Nice job there by the HGK Motorsports. Achilles tire shrouded BMW Alec Honordale. Maxing out the angle. Could obviously get closer to that rear clipping zone. But the necks and tires that are on the corners go round. Nice smoke there. And Kristoff's really turned it up in the latter part of the season, so I'm really looking forward to him having the confidence. He's been to this track before. How can he throw it down? Alec Honordale trying to get that car worked out. Right now, it seems like he's falling back a little bit here as Kristoff drops into formation. Nice job there. Strong out front. Bringing around that final rear clipping point, narrowing in as Alec Honordale takes out that cone. And look at that, slide him left. All right, leaving the start line. Here we go. Juha Rintanen been competing in Formula Drift for a minute. Gives good chase there. Good job by Rintanen. A little shallow there to that touch and go, but now digs deep and goes too hard. Oh! Hits into the tire wall. Like I said, just dug too deep, dug himself a hole under the bridge. You saw him just try to chase down Tuerck, taps the wall, and it just sent him directly into a more forgiving portion of the track, Ryan. And here we go. Both these guys on Falcon tires coming in right now. There you go, Tyler McCoy. Nice job using the course. Gets it back under the bridge. Nice effort by both the drivers. Tyler McCoy looking very poised. Great execution by the Rock. Oh, as Dio Shihara absolutely annihilates that final clip. We have ideal conditions, dry conditions, what Mother Nature holds, we'll find out. But the action will continue, rain or shine, to find out who wins here at the first stop of 8 in the Formula Drift Championship in Blackview. Good initiation by Dio Shihara. See if he gets out to that touch and go. And what happens there? A quick counter from Dio Shihara. Tyler McCoy almost getting handed the victory here by a very, just a weird, wacky counter by Dio Shihara. What happened there? And if a driver hits the cones 3 times, that means he is retired and he's out of competition. But obviously a clean start there from Odie Boschis out front. Alex Hibrun, look at that, nice job, getting a touch and go. Ping pong through the course, definitely get a little bit closer on that first rear zone. A little tap in the brakes in that deceleration zone. Nice job by Odie Boschis and Alex Hibrun. Great run by both these guys. They will be going at it again on the second half of this run. If you could recall, if you can kind of jog your memory, what we saw was a great lead run by Odie Boschis. Alex Hibrun applying the pressure. He knocked off his back bumper. Now he sans it. Alex Hibrun very shallow under the bridge. A lot of speed. Great placement on that second rear clipping zone. Odie Boschis using all 8 cylinders, applying the pressure. Great showing by Alex Hibrun and Odie Boschis. All right, Dean Carney, Oracle Lighting, Dodge Viper on Achilles radial tires, and Jonathan Castro in a brand new vehicle, brand new tires, but still flying the Dominican Republic flag. Good transition from Dean Carney. Some modeling there by Castro, shallow on the inside. You can see him hitting the red, white, traditional racing rumble strips. Zeroing in on that final clip, and Castro spins. Jonathan Castro spins out around that final clip. Thank you for joining us out here. For just tuning in, we're live here on the streets of Long Beach. Round 1 of the Formula Drift Championship presented by Blackview. Castro coming to view the judges. Fails to get out to that touch and go, transitions through. Keeping a nice modest run. He knows he needs to let it all hang out. Dean Carney playing it safe. He has a big advantage here, wraps it around nice and neat, puts a bow on it. And it looks like Dean Carney, the Oracle Lighting, Dodge Viper will live to see another day. All right, so Ken Gushi out front. Farooq will be giving chase. So we saw them do their parade lap, a test run. And now here's competition. Like I said, Ken Gushi, a veteran for 13 years in competing in Formula Drift. One of the drivers that seemed very poised earlier. Nice job placing on the wall, sliding into that first rear clipping zone into the second. As Ken Gushi just massages it into the second rear clipping zone. Farooq struggling to chase down that of Ken Gushi, and Farooq wraps around that final clip, but a great execution by Ken Gushi. All right, here we go as Farooq will lead, Ken Gushi giving chase. Let's see how Farooq fares. Farooq initiates into that rear clipping zone. Nice, or not rear clipping zone, excuse me, but a touch and go. Does a bit more than touching and going as Farooq backs it in. Oh, Ken Gushi avoids the damage. Farooq spins out. That will hand Ken Gushi the victory. You can hear Ken Gushi standing on it and avoiding that damage, and with the obvious running of Ken Gushi strong out front, and then avoiding that damage on the second. running that G37. Right, so the wet conditions. Nice job by Pat. Get it out that touch and go. The Super Doof body kid, the 2F performance, taking some hits front and back. As Charles Ng continues through the course. Crawling through is Charles Ng from Hong Kong. Part of that Team Orange crew. Through the start chicane. Windshield wipers are on. Looks like there's barely just a miss in the air, but the conditions are obviously still slick. And coming down the chute. Into the first rear clipping zone. Pat good. Oh, crawling through. First rear clipping zone. Pat good. Not the prettiest of runs there by either driver, but given the conditions, it will have to do. All right, here we go. Forrest Wang, Hankook Tires, Gittin Laboratory, Sylvia S15, Matt Coffman. Put him into Coffman. Here we go. Chasing him down. All right, nice execution. Look at that. Getting that Super Duke bumper up into that touch and go. Matt Coffman really struggling to hang with Forrest Wang in that chase position. Coffman maxed out on the angle right now. Forrest Wang crawling through, but still making it look stylish for miles. Woo! Make some noise for Forrest Wang. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, we're back. All right, just kidding. Remix. Here we go. Matt Coffman out front. Forrest Wang giving chase. Oh, Coffman gets into it. Now look at this. The tides have shifted. The winds have changed as Matt Coffman.
Yeah. They're not going out. Check, check, check.
1, 2, 1, 2. All right, so Matt Coffman spinning out there. All right, so here we go, advancing on to our next pair here as Forrest Wang advances on. And we've seen now, I believe it's a total of 5 BMWs now that we're seeing in Formula Jet Pro competition. With now Kenny Mohan here in this BMW, 2JZ BMW. About 900 horsepower under the hood of this thing. Oh, oh, oh. All right, well, on what we're seeing is a parade lap. Kenny Mohan goes hard into the wall. Got seated into the 30th spot. Here we go, Chris Forsberg coming into that first turn into the touch and go area, using the whole course, nice job. Into the first rear clipping zone, could definitely be closer, locking him up as Cameron Moore sliding into position. Nice job by Cameron, massaging it in. Not too bad for Cameron Moore. Nice approach from Moore as the V8 of Chris Forsberg brings around that final clip and crawls through. All right, here we go. Cameron Moore leading as Chris Forsberg gives chase. All right, here we go. Second half of this run. That nameless performance, 2JZ powered. SC. Chris Forsberg initiating. In that chase position, Cameron Moore getting out to that outside clipping zone. Nice job by Cameron getting into that touch and go area. Look at Cameron Moore using all the course, locking him up, trying to get to the outside grid clipping zone, tapping the wall as Cameron Moore, as Cameron slides. Oh! Oh, man. Hey, hats off to Cameron Moore. Look at Cameron looking strong up until that point and just went a little too hard. I mean, he was ping-ponging, slam dancing. Here we go. So here's the battle run between Denofa and Stoneback. You can see Stoneback. Oh, man. Not the backwards entry we're looking for from Stoneback as Denofa continues through the course. Crawling into that second rear clipping zone. The GT radial tires go round as Denofa brings it through. And around that final clip on his lead run, a solid lead run, and Jeff Stoneback quickly spinning out there. Sent it down the pipe for what could potentially be the final run of the next entire top 32. Stoneback out front, the windshield wiper on. Initiating into that first turn is Jeff Stoneback. that touch and go. A lot better run than his first. Brings it into the second rear clipping zone. Nice job by Stoneback. Bring it all the way out. Some correction there by Stoneback, showering up to get to that final front clip, and here comes Denofa. Is that chase and that gap offset the spin out? Here we go, Gittin Jr. and Nishida. This is the first portion of their battle. They already did their parade lap, their test lap to test the conditions. Gittin Jr. going into the touch and go area. Deep, nice, wow, smashing a tail light. Doesn't get all the way out to that touch and go area, but explodes that back end, shredding the skin like a lizard. The Monster Energy Nitto tire, Mustang RTR on Nitto tires, and Nishida in the Geely's Radio G37 trying to keep pace. Does a good job. It seemed like Nishida's like, whoa, bro, you just went a little too hard. Like, pump the brakes. Taking a look at the puddle, you can see just the drizzling still continue on as Nishida will lead. Gittin Jr. will give chase. All right, here we go. Nishida initiating into that first turn, locking up those back wheels. Can he get up to that touch and go? Oh, about midway through, but that crucial rear clipping zone. Whoa, Nishida out of shape. Gittin Jr. shallow on that line. As Nishida tightens it up to that final clip. Walk us through it again. Well, it looks like it is unanimous. Gittin Jr. gets the win. Gittin Jr. gets the win. Here we go. Justin Pollack leading. Jeff Jones giving chase into that first turn. Pollack attempting to get out to the outside touch and go area. Good angle from Pollack getting to that second rear clipping zone. Jeff Jones falling back a bit, zeroing it in, dialing it in, as they both crawl around that final clip. The winner of this battle goes against either that of Gittin Jr. or Nishida. Here we go, Jones out front, we got a clean start. And we start here. Jones initiates, locks up, you can see that back wheel, lock it up, slide it into the touch and go area. Nice job by Jones, using the whole course. Oh, a big correction there. A straightening. Justin Pollack takes a very shallow line. Pollack. A very shallow line by Pollack as Jeff Jones. Oh man, Pollack takes out that front clip. Not pretty by anybody's standards there.